Tonight, I'm going to show you everything you need to make pumpkin spice toffee. Stick around. Greetings, my confectionery compadres, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. Well, it's that time of year, my friends. It's time for pumpkin spice. And so, without further ado, let's make some pumpkin spice toffee. As always, I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own pumpkin spice toffee, as well as suggestions for other recipes you'd like to see in future videos. And if you stick around after the recipe, I'll share the story of how things went horribly wrong and how they were saved. For this recipe, I'm using 1½ cups of chopped unsalted pecans, divided, 1 cup of unsalted butter, 1/2 cup of warm water, 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar, divided, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of light corn syrup, 1 1/4 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, divided, and 6 ounces of white chocolate. I'm also using a large baking sheet, a silicone baking mat, a saucepan, a spatula, a thermometer, and a couple of bowls. Okay, let's make some candy. Set your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Line the baking sheet with the SilPat and spread the chopped pecans on top. Toast them for 7 or 8 minutes or until fragrant and lightly browned, then set them aside to cool. Add the butter to a saucepan and heat it on low, stirring until it melts. Add the corn syrup, salt, 1 cup of the granulated sugar, and the water. Stir constantly until the sugar dissolves. Increase the temperature to medium-high and bring the mixture to a boil, stirring occasionally. Once the mixture starts to boil, put a lid on the saucepan for about a minute to let the steam wash down the sides of the saucepan. This will help prevent unwanted crystallization. Attach a candy thermometer to the pan, making sure the bulb is not touching the bottom of the pan. Stir the mixture every minute or so as it continues to boil. As soon as the thermometer reads 290 degrees Fahrenheit, remove the pan from the heat and quickly but carefully stir in 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice and 1 cup of toasted pecans. Pour the toffee onto the lined baking sheet, then let it rest for about 5 minutes. While the toffee is cooling, mix the remaining 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar with the remaining 1 1/4 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Melt the white chocolate using your favorite method. I'm using the microwave, stirring after each 30 seconds until it's fully melted. Spread the white chocolate on top of the toffee, then sprinkle the remaining pecans and sugar pumpkin pie spice mixture over the top. Refrigerate the toffee for about 20 minutes or until everything is set. Remove the toffee from the pan and break it into whatever size pieces you'd like. And that's it. Okay, let's have a taste. Sláinte va. Well, this is surprisingly good. It tastes a lot like the churro toffee I made a while back, but the flavor is a little darker, a little earthy, and the pecans are a nice touch. If you're looking for a treat that'll tame your pumpkin spice craving, you really ought to try these. So I got the toffee made and was about to pour it onto the baking pan when I saw a layer of melted butter floating on top of the toffee. It completely separated out. Not to worry though, the solution is to give the mixture a careful but vigorous beating until it recombines. Except it didn't work. No amount of mixing would bring them together again. So while I continued stirring with one hand, I searched the internet with the other. Fortunately, the Spruce Eats website had a solution, as they usually do. I had to boil a quarter cup of water and stir it into the mix, a tablespoon at a time. At first, no luck. So I stirred in a little more. Nope. Finally, after using almost the entire quarter cup, success. I wish I had it on camera, but I was kind of freaking out, so I didn't think of it. The moral of the story is, as always, don't be too quick to surrender. To be fair, sometimes all you can do is start over. I say that from experience. But many candy-making mishaps are salvageable. Stay strong, compadres. It's time for pumpkin. The solution is to give the... Many candy-making mishaps are salvageable. The solution is to give the mixture a careful but vigorous beating until it... Beating?